Well, this is kind of important because we are going to talk about personal loans, no credit check, no bank account. And I want to give you 5 rare lenders that got your back for large amounts. Don't go anywhere. You're going to love today's conversation. I guarantee it. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Studio Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to talk to you about personal loans, no credit check, no bank account. And I want to share with you 5 rare lenders that got your back for large amounts. Before I even start, let me give you a few words of caution here, folks. When we talk about those lenders, they usually have high APRs. Very high. You want to look for soft pull loans. You want to look for lenders who will do a soft pull on you before having a hard pull. Okay, that way you can cover your ass. Very important. And you want to study the terms before signing anything, and I mean anything. Okay, and you want to use any kind of loan that you get from this list in today's list. You want to use this loan only once or twice. Do not make it a habit to always go to those lenders because the rates are very, 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 very high. Very important. And what about data privacy? You want to rate their data protection privacy very thoroughly so you don't end up with a lender that bothers you like crazy with weird offers every now and then. So all of the lenders in today's conversation are legit, okay? And they also respect your privacy. But I just wanted to tell you that, okay? So big decision time, big decision time. Do you want to get a loan without a bank account? Talk to me about that. The thing here is that it is possible, but the choice is limited, okay? You can get a loan without a bank account. And so we're talking about cash advance loans. We are talking about title loans. We are talking about pawn shop loans. Those are loans that are a little, the APR again is very high. Those are loans that you only have to go for as a last resort. And when we talk about loans without a bank account, we are talking about money. Now, the thing here is that the loan will be limited. The loan amount will be limited. We're talking about $10,000 maximum, okay? And because the thing here is that you have to understand the lender is thinking, hey, listen, if this person doesn't have a bank account, how am I going to be repaid? So that's kind of the big risk they have to pay attention to. So the easiest place to get a loan, to get this kind of loan, no credit check, no bank account, you can get them online, or you can go in very rare instances. You can go to a branch. So, and I will talk about regional finance later on. But yeah, regional finance is one of the few institutions that have branches. Okay, let me get into the rankings here, folks. Number 5, we have Cash Spot USA. Our score 8/10. So when you think about Cash Spot, I want you to think about hard pull only, and this is a marketplace lender. So basically they're not a direct lender, so they will collect your data and they will actually feed that data into their network of lenders, and a lender or 2 or 3 or 4 will get back to you, okay? And so they lend regionally, so they're not available nationwide, and they will lend you up to $4,000. The lenders in their network will lend you up to $4,000. Again, folks, we are talking about easy loans, no credit check, no bank account, okay? So if you live in Texas, Louisiana, Florida, Arizona, New Mexico, Oklahoma, California, Utah, Kansas, and Nevada, you will qualify for a loan from Cash Spot USA. Very important. And we love the fact that with this lender, there are no fees. So in other words, they're not charging you any fee at all because the lenders are paying them, okay? They just have a platform. They have the relationship. They have the network, okay? And the cool thing here is that you have when we talk about personal loans, no credit check, no bank account through this lender, you basically have a one-time loan payments, no requirements for collateral, no extra fees. You have scheduled payments, fixed rates, maximum and minimum loan amounts are set. And you might be asking me, how do I repay the loan? Well, the lender will let you know. Okay, the lender will let you know how you actually have to repay the loan, but you don't need a bank account to repay them. And you have to understand that the maximum loan amount is $4,000. The APR can go all the way to 35.99%, depending on the lender, okay, and depending on the states where you're applying from. And one thing I want to say here is that we love the fact that with CashSpot.com, you basically have a simple application form, okay, and it takes about 5 minutes to fill it out. They will ask you about your income. They will ask you about your net worth, your expenses, all that kind of stuff, okay, and they'll also ask you your FICO score. And even though they don't check your credit, they might do a soft pull. One thing I want to say is that no lender should ever do a hard pull on you without asking for your express authorization. Really, really important. Pay attention to that, okay? So when we talk about having a formula for being approved for this kind of loan, this is part of the formula. You want to actually authorize them to do a hard pull on you, okay? So Cash Spot USA 8/10. We have here, number 4, folks, we have Regional Finance. Our score, 8.5/10. So when we think about Regional Finance, we're thinking about a direct lender. So this is not a network, this is a direct lender. And they lend regionally, okay? And with Regional Finance, a soft pull is possible. And you can get up to $10,000. This is really good if you were to ask me. So they have about 350 branches in 14 states, all right? So if you are lucky enough and you are blessed enough to live in the beautiful states of Alabama, Georgia, Illinois, Missouri, Mississippi, New Mexico, North Carolina, Oklahoma, South Carolina, Texas, Tennessee, Utah, Virginia, and Wisconsin, you could qualify for a loan from Regional Finance. And one thing we love is that you can pre-qualify for your loan online in just minutes. And what we love with Regional Finance is that they just make the whole thing very easy to do. The whole process is not complicated. So you have a website, you have an application form, you have the ability to pre-qualify to see how much you might get with them, okay? So again, they're not doing a hard pull on your ass. They are just doing a soft pull, and you can see whether or not this is good for you and if you want to go. And the good thing is once you actually qualify for the loan, you can actually go to a physical branch and get your cash there. Yeah, so, or you can even apply at a physical branch. You don't have to apply online. If you don't like that kind of stuff online, no, you can actually go to a local branch and just apply there. And the cool thing is also you get your money real quick, okay? And and they don't place no restriction on the use of loan proceeds. This is your call. You can do whatever you want with the loans. You can take care of travel expenses, auto repair costs, home furniture, home appliances, consolidating debt, holiday expenses, and more. Okay, and another thing that we love here is that you are able to actually get your money fast, but also you're able to get relatively lower APRs. Okay, so what are the benefits of obtaining a personal loan through Regional Finance? You can really do anything. You can ease the burden of travel costs. You can afford new appliances for your home. You can consolidate debt. You can assist with car repairs and whatnot. Okay, and to qualify for a loan from Regional Finance, they want you to have a copy of a valid government issued ID, photo ID, of course, proof of residence, proof of income. Okay, they don't care about no credit check or no bank account, but you need to have income, or you need to show them pay stubs or tax returns. Tax returns will work too. Okay, and that's pretty much it. Number three, folks, we have here OpenCashAdvance.com. Our score, 9/10. So this is a marketplace lender, and they lend nationally. This is kind of cool. That's the key word here. They lend nationally, and they do soft pull also. So in other words, you actually are able to see whether you qualify or not. And what we love is that, this is a network. So they have a network of lenders, okay? So they will actually disseminate your information to a lot of lenders that they have. And based on your information, a lender or two or three will come back to you and say, listen, I love your profile. I'm going with you. Okay, and so the loan amounts here go from $200 to $5,000. Okay, and they work with all credit types. Even if you have no credit history, they'll work with you. Okay, and we love the speed here. They're really fast. They're really fast. Their lenders are really responsive. Okay, and what we talk about, so you can on opencashadvance.com, you can request payday loans with no bank account, personal loans with no bank account, no credit check. You can get cash advances with no bank account. All kinds of loans are possible. The rates are a little high though. So again, when we talk about easy loans, no credit check, no bank account in general, we are talking about prohibitively high APRs. I want you to keep that in your mind and just never forget. Very important. This is why this has to be a last resort. You do it once because you just need the cash. You are financial straits, and you got to get yourself out of what kind of mess you're in, financially speaking. And once you fix the mess, you never want to go back. Okay, it's really important. So the thing here is that with the opencashadvance.com, you have a very short and very intuitive application form. You just got to give them some information about you. They want to know how much you're making every year, where you're working. They don't care about your bank account. They don't care about, they want to have your social security number just for identity purposes. They're not checking your credit. They really don't care because they're making money off of you anyway by charging you a high interest rate. Okay, so they're covering their ass in that sense. Okay, and so when we talk about cash advance, opencashadvance.com, there are top benefits when we talk about loans from them. It's an unsecured loan. Obviously, you're going to have a short duration for the loan. In other words, they're not giving you 5 years. They don't know where your ass is going to be in 5 years. They're giving you probably 12 months or 24 months top. Okay, and if you want to apply through them, you basically need to make sure that you have, like I said, you need to be at least 18 years of age. You need to have a monthly income of at least $1,000. Okay, and this is pretty much it. Number 2, folks, we have here cashadvance.com. Our score 9.5 over 10. So basically, this is another marketplace lender, and soft pull is possible with them. This is really cool, and they lend nationally. So if you live in any of the 50 states of the union, you qualify for this loan. Okay, and here they will give you up to $10,000. So the bottom line here is that you basically have the ability to get cash real quick if you are in financial straits and you don't have a bank account and you don't want your credit score to be touched or your credit report to be touched. This is a good lender for you. And the cool thing here is that you get up to $10,000. And so how does Cash Advance work? So they basically have a platform, and you just need to take 2 or 3 minutes to actually fill out the form. You give them all your information, and they will submit your info to all the lenders in their network. And some lenders will get back to you if they like your profile. Same process. Okay. And in terms of APR, again, their APR is kind of high, maximum $35.99. Okay. In some cases, you might even have higher. And remember that when you go with cashadvance.com, there are some implications in terms of the loan relationship. Make sure that you pay, because there are very serious consequences when you don't pay. When we talk about the implications of non-payments, late payments, or partial payments, those are very serious consequences. Not only in terms of higher APR, but you have all the late penalties. You have all the fees that they are charging you simply because you missed one payment. So bottom line is never miss a payment, not just for this sort of high rate loans, but every loans in general, or every credit cards in general for that matter. Okay, pay attention to your fees and interest. Pay attention to those are important. And what are the requirements here? So you got to be 18 years of age. You got to be a U.S. citizen. You must be employed for at least 90 days and meet your lender's specific minimum income requirements. The base is $1,000 per month. Okay, we're talking here about gross income. and you want to allow for your employment to be verified. They will verify your employment. Okay, and so in some cases they want you to have a valid checking account, but in other states, lenders will waive this requirement. So it really depends on your state. And they want you to have also a valid home and work telephone number, as well as a valid email address. I'll be right back, but after this, don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another session of the Awesome Studio Kiwi Show. We are also having a conversation about the top 10, not the top 10, the top 5 rather, personal loans with no credit check and no bank account. And number 1, the best of the best in our view here, is Masset Loan. Our score, 10 over 10. So basically with Masset, you have a marketplace lender, and they will do a hard pull on you, but they do lend nationally. This is really good. And what we love here is that the loan amounts go from $500 to $10,000. This is really good. They're not asking, they are very generous in terms of that. And they basically give you a constellation of loans to choose from. You have cash advance loans, you have payday loans in some cases. Okay, you have, they have all kinds of loans. Again, this is a network. This is a lender network, not a direct lender. So this is really good. And so they offer payday loans if you are looking for that kind of products. They have auto title loans. They also offer in some cases prepaid debit cards. It really depends on so what I want to say here is that with Masset or Masset, whatever you want to call it, the name, you basically have options. That's the bottom line. You have options, okay? And so they offer everything from direct deposit payday loans to no teletrack payday loans to guarantee payday loans to no bank account payday loans for the unemployed. They have a wide constellation of loans, okay? And one thing you need to understand here is that they are offering loans all over the country. They want to make sure that you have a proof of employment, because they will verify your employment. They will let you know how to pay them back. Okay, you don't have to pay them through a bank account. They will let you know how to pay them back. And one thing I also want to say clearly here is that when you fill the form with Masset, you really want to give them all the information they're asking you, because they are very fast. They will get back to you. Somebody will contact you within minutes. So after submitting the information, if you submit it during the normal business hours, they will actually contact you via email or via phone and make sure that you are ready to provide all kinds of information they're asking you, okay? And one thing that I also want to say here is that with Masset, you get the loan usually within 2 or 3 business days after you provided all the information they've asked you. They're really that fast. Literally, they're really fast. Okay, folks. So really, one thing I want to say here is that let me give you a few pointers in terms of decision. Okay, so can you get a payday loan without a bank account? The answer is yes, you can definitely get that, not a problem. It really depends on a lot of things, but yeah, you got to understand, I want you to look at things from a lender's perspective, because a bank account gives assurance of your regular income. It also helps to withdraw money quickly for repayments, right? So if you don't have it, you can still get a loan. However, you're going to have to deal with alternative lenders. You're not dealing with the direct lenders. You're not dealing with the traditional banks and credit unions and whatnot. No, you are going to talk to alternative lenders and marketplace lenders. Okay. And so how can you get a payday loan or a regular loan if you don't have direct deposit? Well, they want you to prove income, and you can prove income through your tax returns. You can prove income through your pay stubs, right? Your W-2s, all that kind of stuff. So if you don't have direct deposit, in other words, the lender doesn't care where the money goes. They just want to make sure that you are making money, that you are generating revenue every month or every 2 weeks. Okay. So the regularity of the income is really important to the lender. And you can get money today you can get the money without a loan. Also, the thing here is that in some cases, you can get money from your credit card, but this is not a route I would advise you to do. And nor would I advise you to go to a pawnbroker Like basically they want you go to a pawn shop. No, those are really, really high APRs, and we don't want that. And so the bottom line here is that you really want to pay attention to the sources of cash, sources of lending, if you will. Be very careful here, okay? Before I close today's conversation, I want to show you our loan evaluation approach. We have a strict methodology on this show when it comes to ranking or evaluating or categorizing and listing personal loans and business loans. Check this out. All right, folks, this is it for today's conversation. I was talking to you about the personal loans, no credit check, no bank account, 5 rare lenders that got your back for large amounts. Number 1, we have Masat Loan, 10 over 10. Number 2, we have CashAdvance.com, 9.5 over 10. Number 3, we have OpenCashAdvance.com, 9 over 10. Number 4, we have Regional Finance, 8.5 over 10. Number 5, we have Cash Spot USA, 8 over 10. Thank you so much for your attention. I'll speak to you another time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.